Good morning, Kuwait. Good morning to everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests. So please keep watching us till the end of the episode. So hello and good morning, Aziz.
Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, working crew, and good morning, everyone, and welcome to your show, Good Morning Kuwait. Usually, we share with you about variety of segments with several reports, and even we have a distinguished guest who's gonna join us here in our show, Good Morning Kuwait. So today we meet you, our dear viewers, as are on the verge of the new phase in the history of Kuwait and the beginning of the new era in which everyone is characterized by goodness as before. Here is His Highness the Emir of the country, Sheikh Mish'al al-Ahmad al-Jabr al-Sabah, may Allah protect and bless him, carrying the trust and assuming responsibility in a spirit of hope and ambition, and pledging everyone to work to raise Kuwait, its pride and protection of its security and also stability, Sarah.
Indeed, Aziz, it is undoubtedly a new phase that brings with it all good tidings under wise, rational leadership that loves Kuwait and strives to work for the security and prosperity. And here is His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf al-Ahmad al-Jabr al-Sabah. May Allah protect and bless him, confirming that Kuwait will continue its pioneering path as a state with a constitution and approach democratic. So now, dear viewers, so how about to check the weather segment with our colleague Fahad Lartabi, and they'll be right back to you.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait, dear viewers watching us through the KTV2. We have a daily segment about the weather forecast, and today we are very pleased to have with us today this morning the meteorologist Fahad Al-Atibi. Good morning, Fahad. Happy to see you today. What about the weather forecast for today and for the whole week?
Good morning, Abdulaziz. Good morning, dear viewers. It's going to be warm by day, but still rather cold to cold weather late night and early morning. But the good news, we're going to have chances for rain later on today, and it will continue with us until Friday at times. So the winter is like a little bit late because shifting of season. So we are expecting the cold weather will come back again, middle of inshallah January.
So this is what we call about the weather forecast for today, and today will be warm now until the end of the day. It will be more colder. So people always asking about the season will be coming for, because people wearing all the time the jacket and the bisht. We call them arba'aniyas.
Yeah, because as a meteorologist, it's still, the warm weather with us because the changing of the system, also shifting of the season those days, the climate change is affecting Kuwait, also around the world, behind as we saw, like last summer, we had high temperature in Europe and some areas like Mexico, they recorded almost 50 degrees. So all of those factors because the climate change. But we still warm, mild weather by day, but the cold weather will come back again by day, middle of this coming January, inshallah.
So what about we call the expected for rains in state of Kuwait? Like during the latest weeks, we saw the rains coming, and you are one of the meteorologists to announce this news for everyone. Like there will be like expected rain in the last weekend. So what about for the next time?
Yeah, like we are expecting later on tonight, chances for scattered light rain, and it will continue with us until Friday at times. It's going to be like light to moderate in general. It's going to be nice weather and cloudy in general, especially by day.
And even we saw now this like the clear, lovely weather with the good time and the temperature. What do you want to advise to our dear viewers, especially during this season?
My advice to all the viewers is still, do not throw the jacket or wear the heavy clothes. Still, it's going to be cold at night, especially this coming weekend. If you are going to chalet or going to desert, make sure you wear heavy clothes all the time. Also follow up with Kuwait Met for the latest update for any, new update for the weather.
And as the meteorologist, our colleague Fahad Al-Atibi, you always share with them about the weather forecast. So what do you want to say to the dear viewers for today and for the old days?
Let's tell them what's going on for the next few days, inshallah. Good morning, dear viewers. It's going to be mild, warm weather by day, northwesterly wind today with a speed of 10 to 30 km per hour. There is a chance for scattered light rain later on tonight until tomorrow morning. By tonight, it's going to be cold to rather cold weather. northwesterly wind as well will continue with us for the next few days with a speed of 10 to 30 kilometers per hour. We might have chances for fog formation this coming weekend. Maximum temperature this afternoon will range between 22 to 25 degrees over some areas. State of sea is going to be slight to moderate and the wave height from 2 to 5 feet. Expected weather in Kuwait City for the next 5 days, mild and warm weather by day, northwesterly wind, and there is a chance for rain that might be thundery at times over some areas, but in general density of rain is going to be light to moderate over some areas, especially the southern part of the country. Good news, we're going to have chances for rain will continue with us until Friday at times. The weather going to be cloudy to partly cloudy by day, but still rather cold to cold late night and early morning. So please make sure you wear heavy clothes if you are planning to go to the desert, chalet, or any open areas. It's not indoor. Northwesterly wind will continue with us for the next few days. Maximum temperature will range between 22 to 25 degrees in general, not just here in Kuwait City. For the minimum, it will range between 11 to 16 degrees. It's going to be a little bit colder, especially over desert areas. This is our weather forecasting this morning. Thanks for watching us, dear viewers. And now let's go back to our colleague Abdulaziz and Sarah.
And now, dear viewers, how about to check the Kuna news with my colleague Abdulaziz?
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. Now it's time for Kuwaiti News Agency. His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jabr Al-Sabah, received at Bayan Palace on Tuesday National Assembly Speaker Ahmed Al-Sa'doun, the former Parliament Speaker Marzouk Ali Al-Ghanim, His Highness Sheikh Nasser Al-Muhammad Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah, a former Prime Minister. His Highness the Emir in today's audience also received Their Highness also Sheikh Jabir Al-Mubarak Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, any ex-Premier, and Sheikh Sabah Al-Khalid Al-Hamad Al-Sabah, also a former Prime Minister, and the current Prime Minister Sheikh Ahmed Al-Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah. His Highness the Emir's receptions were part of the current consultations for the forming a new government. The Parliament Kuwaiti representative to the League of Arab States Ambassador Talal Khalid Al-Mtairi presented his credentials to the Arab League Secretary General Ahmed Abul Ghaith during the event. Al-Mtairi renewed the Kuwaitis' appreciation to the role of the League played in the reinforcing Arab cooperation and railed to the Kuwaiti Foreign Minister Sheikh Salim Abdullah Jabir Al-Sabah greetings and wishes to extend the joint Arab cooperation. Low carbon hydrogen is shaped up to become one of the most promising energy resources that would lead to the better environment and help achieve the goal of the carbon neutrality set by the countries around the world. Hydrogen as an element is safe and clean source for the energy that does not produce pollutant while burned, and several applications including the source of heat for housing, a raw material and industrial sector, and recently has attracted attention as the future clean energy resource. There are around 17 methods to produce low carbon hydrogen, which emits less than 2.4 kilograms of carbon dioxide for every 1 kilogram of hydrogen. The most important kinds of the low carbon hydrogen are the one produced by the wind and solar powered device known as green hydrogen, and the others known as the blue hydrogen is extracted from the natural gas as the byproduct. Dr. Futuh Al-Rugum, Manager of Energy Efficiency Technology Program at Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research. This is our news for today. Let's go to this break. They will continue.
The history of Kuwait remains a statement to a fact that this small country, with its large area in its giving, has always been able to overcome adversities and also obstacles, no matter how great they may be, and for its people to stand untiled solid behind its successive leaders with all feelings of pride and honor, under the wise leadership of a man of humanity and pure love, His Highness the Emir of the country, Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jabr Al-Sabah. May Allah protect and bless him.
The Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Mish'al Al-Ahmed Al-Jabr Al-Sabah, may Allah protect and bless him, whom Kuwait recognized as the leader and the wise man who was Congagious also and his wars with who never hesitated to make decisions from the leader's point of view to save the interest of Kuwait.
His Highness the Emir Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed al-Sabah, may Allah protect him, continues to develop achievements, prosperity and giant projects with his political skills and effective experience, capable of harnessing the potential for the world's goals and vision, as His Highness possesses an economic vision and supervises facilitating their number, and is able to achieve its goals in the world. Economic sustainability is the title of the progressive phase, which has witnessed many achievements from major development projects that will achieve a significant return on the economic and developmental aspects, ensuring maximum benefit for social and economic well-being.
We are back to our show again. Good morning, Kuwait. Under the leadership of His Highness the Emir of the country, Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed al-Jaber al-Sabah, may Allah bless and protect him, his wise patron and the wise guidance of His Highness, the people of Kuwait will continue to achieve more prosperity and achievement in various fields with the help of its loyal sons and who will live on its good land. About this topic, we have with us now by the phone call Mr. Abdullah Bshara. He's the president of the Gulf Center of Strategic Studies. Good morning, sir. Welcome to our show. Good morning, Kuwait.
Good morning, my dear.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. Mr. Abdullah, what about the relations with its brothers and friends witnessed a great development during the era of the late Emir? May Allah have mercy on him. Tell us more about this fraternal relations, Mr. Abdullah.
Well, the late Sheikh Nawaf was a man of spotless reputation, you know. It's spotless in his cleanness, spotless in his ethics. He was a unique, unusual man in his attachment to the instructions of God, a man of integrity and a man of credibility. His credibility was the major really weapon in his hand and in the hand of Kuwait. He commanded respect, and with all the presidents and the systems and all through the Arab League, through direct bilateral relations internationally, a unique man, a man who really embodies all the highest ethics, the highest decency, the highest degree of cleanliness. And this was reflected, this mirrored really. This is a fact. And the major asset of Kuwait was what he really sent to the global. Globally, he sent a reputation of admiration, of attachment, of high respect. So his short era reflected what he had really. He had, as I said, a reputation, a goodness, a man of generosity, a man of love, a man of affection, a high respect for the dignity of man. He was a principled man. He was a man born with an angelic touch. When I see him, I knew him through the GCC when he was the Minister of Interior, and I was GCC Secretary General. And he was, I listened to him. He had some reservation on what we did. We had a security agreement among the GCC countries. He had some reservation. He tried to overcome this reservation, but he couldn't, simply because he doesn't leave anything to really suspect or to doubt. He was a man of perfection. And you know, in perfection, you never get what you want, but you command respect. And that's what really he stood for. I knew him before he was a minister. I knew him when, we are the same age. And in DCC, I knew him so well. I appreciated the treasure of ethics he had. And that treasure of ethics was the message of Kuwait. So Kuwait in his era and even after, then definitely, so flew high in the sky of international respect and esteem. I have great admiration for what he left behind. What he left behind was of how treasure of lesson, how goodness, how spotless cleanliness, how integrity can bring about. And he brought about yes, a big asset for Kuwait in reputation, in goodness, in straightforwardness, in really total integrity and credibility. So may God rest his soul in peace and tranquility.
And Mr. Abdullah, after the death of the late Emir, may Allah rest his soul, Kuwait witnessed a rare case of the smooth transition in government through the constitution and approach. How do you see this situation and how you already distinctive it is?
Well, you have, two major causes for that. The Kuwait, Kuwait people, Kuwait heritage, and Kuwait is what we call the historic authority, the historic framework, political framework of the historic framework of Kuwait. It's so the oneness. There is oneness. There is no separation between what we call the historic authority and the people of Kuwait. And they were used to this. When a leader goes, a leader passes away, another comes smoothly because of the full confidence of Kuwait people in their system and in the leaders who really guide Kuwait. And this is the smoothness. People, the world, watched and witnessed this transfer because of the Constitution, and the Constitution is based on tradition and on heritage. It is really due to the heritage, to the oneness of people with their authority. There is no division, there is no separation, there is no crack, there is a command of respect. So this is a major, really asset. Kuwait stands for stability. Kuwait is one of the most stable countries in the world because of this integrity of the people, the unity of people with their leadership. It is an image which you admire and the world follow with great respect.
Nice. And also, Mr. Abdullah, His Highness the Emir of the country, Sheikh Mish'al al-Ahmed al-Jaber al-Subah, may Allah protect and bless him, is the best successor to the best already predecessor. How do you see the approach of His Highness? May Allah protect him and preserve
I
him.
have great admiration for His Highness. Sheikh Mish'al, he was a man who was open, always his life. He was open to talk and he expresses his views. He is unbiased. He was impartial. He was neutral all the time. He was a man of justice, but he is also a man of perfection. He was perfect. At every corner, he wants Kuwait to be perfect. He wants the leaders, the ministers, the leaders, the army, the police to be perfect. And this is the search of perfect. And the devotion to perfect, will characterize his era. And the speech he gave was really a fundamental principle, a fundamental, it's the directive that we have to be clear, we have to be frank, we have to be candid, and we have to go by the law and respect to the total respect to the Constitution. This is a message. So I believe, and I am certain, that Kuwait will witness, some unusual steps of openness, progress, and development.
Nice. And also Mr. Abdullah, His Highness, may Allah have mercy on him, devoted his life to serving our Islamic causes by putting development at the service of peace. How do you see to find this influence in the light of the current international circumstances, Mr. Abdullah?
You know, Kuwait is always a very fundamental member of the international community, a fundamental and a giving and an open and a wise member of organizations, regional, Islamic, Arab, non-aligned, and this is the credentials of Kuwait, the paper of Kuwait, the papers, the personality, the entity of Kuwait carries this giving, openness, contribution, guidance, wisdom, and moderation. Always, Kuwait speaks in moderation and with wisdom. And this will continue. Definitely, we inherited that from a heritage for the last 300 years. It's based on this. Tolerance, goodness, accommodation, and moderation.
Okay, so this will talk more about this certain topic. So how do you view the political leadership of His Highness and directives in supporting the Palestinian case?
It's always Kuwait is always in the forefront of people of countries that support the Palestinian cause. It's in the Arab League, in the GCC. Before we were in the Security Council, I was a Kuwait ambassador to the Kuwait in the Kuwait in the UN Security Council. I represent Kuwait in Security Council. It's always there, clear and passionate defender of the Palestinian cause. And still, as we see with the openness of Kuwait, contribution, the role of the organization, medical. This is the heritage. It's the stamp of Kuwait. It's the address of Kuwait. And we know that, and we have to follow it. Thank you.
Nice. Mr. Abdullah Bshara, the president of the Gulf Center, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So, dear viewers, we're going to continue our show, Good Morning Kuwait, but after this short break. Stay tuned.
Supporting distinguished Kuwaiti youth in various fields, especially the sport field, is at the forefront of the state concerns under the leadership of His Highness the Emir of the country, Sheikh Mish'al al-Ahmed al-Jabr al-Sabah. May Allah protect and bless him.
And also this interest comes from the considering sport as one of the aspects of the investing in the human element and achieving sustainable development.
With the kindness of a father and the firmness of a leader, Kuwait witnessed the support of His Highness the Emir of the country, Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed al-Jabr al-Sabah. May Allah protect and bless him, for his young children and athletes in various fields, sports and events. The unlimited support of His Highness, may Allah protect and bless him, and his contents and his care, praise of the children, and his needs to meet them, advise them, and guide them before and after sporting achievement did not stop, nor was it exhausted. His Highness the Emir, may Allah protect and bless him, has always been the number one for young people and the athlete and the role model in working hard to achieve goals and raise the Kuwaiti flag in various international forums. His Highness the Emir Mish'al Ahmed al-Jabr al-Sabah, may Allah protect and bless him, has paid great attention of the Kuwaiti youth and athletes, and the recent Asian Games in China are not only the evidence. In addition to working to strengthen closer cooperation and spread peace and love among the people of the region, and signing agreements for projects vital to the country, His Highness attended the opening ceremony to be of the assistance and support the Kuwaiti youth and athletes before the start of the Games. The remarkable presence of His Highness, may Allah protect and bless him, had a great impact in engaging enthusiasm among Kuwaiti athletes who were able to achieve several medals in various competitions. His Highness the Emir of the country, may Allah protect and bless him, always emphasized in his meetings with youth that the nation's true wealth lies in its children, and that they are the bright minds, young arms, and the strong pillars on which the nation raises to achieve more ambitions and goals.
Planning is one of the basics of the modern era for success and achieving goals on sound scientific grounds, based on scientific studies, statistics, accurate data, and previous experiences that lead to the dedication of expected problems and finding peaceful solutions to them before they are corrective. So therefore, we wanted to provide useful information about planning with our dear guest for today, a life coach, Dareen Ijbara. So hello and good morning, Dareen.
Hi, good morning.
We are so pleased to have you in our show today.
Thank you for having me.
So we always hear about human development from social media, from newspaper, but actually we don't know exactly the concept of a human development, its definitions, and the goals you are actually, let's say, striving for.
As it is named, human development. Whenever you want to develop something, is that you grow it. You grow it like longitudinal or horizontal.
Yes.
In human development, we strive for people to develop themselves on different areas, like, for example, their academic level, on a career basis, spiritual basis, family, relationship, different criteria, in which we help people to know more about their resources, especially the inner one, because one of the main things for you to be able to be flexible and live this life is to be able to have a lot of resources, a lot of possibilities, because usually if you have one choice, then it is mandatory. You will feel obligated.
Yes.
If you have only two choices, then you are in a dilemma. So the best thing is to have 3 choices and above, just to be able to move. And this is what we do. We develop, if you want to say the possibilities, develop your resources so that you can grow.
So this is within ourselves, let's say, the source within ourselves.
The resources, they are inner and outer. But
Yes.
the most important thing is that you begin from your inner self,
Yes.
to know, to be more connected with your capabilities, what you may do, to just be able to think out of the box, to be a human being, not a human doing or a human reacting.
Amazing. Yes.
Yeah.
So you be a human being, not a human doing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So what is actually the role and the importance of the human development in the societies for their successes actually, and also for their progress of the societies?
What is the definition of society? Society is a bunch of people, is like people living together, right? So if you are a person who is able to be focused and able to develop and able to give and able to serve,
Yes.
You will be more flexible with whatever happening with you. The stress level get lessened, and it will help people just be able to live with each other and to develop. You imagine if I'm happy, you are happy. I'm not stressed, you are not stressed. Definitely the problems come, they go less. So definitely you will be able to develop, to grow.
So let's see, the progress of the individuals can help to progress for all the societies.
Definitely.
That's amazing. So what is actually about the planning? We've talked about the human development. Now let's talk about the planning. I know it's very important to ourselves, but how actually is really important and for our lives as individuals and also for the societies?
As you know, every country, everything goes by planning. Why?
Yes.
Because planning helps you manage your time. It helps you prioritize your stuff, and it helps you to have a track where you can evaluate and check on yourself, where are you at. So if you are not planning, you might be lost, because even in Google, if you want to go somewhere, he will tell you where are you at. He will ask for your location in the present and where do you want to go. So there is a plan. He has to put a path for you.
Let's say a path, like with steps by step. Yeah.
Exactly, and this is what we do in planning.
So you mentioned that if I don't plan, maybe I get lost in my life.
Yes.
But let's have, let's say, the definition, or let's say not definition, actually, the differences between the one who actually plans his life or her life and the one who doesn't.
Okay.
What actually the difference between both
Okay,
of them?
I will tell you. As we have said, the person who have a plan, so his vision is clear, he knows where he is going. So no matter what comes out, at least he has a place that he knows that I'm going there, regardless of the distractors, because some distractors, they appear, some of them, they might move you with your path, and some they distract you. But the people they don't plan, at least I ask them to be able to flow with whatever is going on, you know, because honestly speaking, if you don't have a clear vision, you will be lost. What am I? So it will be difficult for them, because when you plan and you have like, you do take care to manage the risks.
Okay.
So I plan something, but I have to know that there are some things that may come up, like pop up. I shouldn't be surprised. I have to deal with them. The people who are not planning, they will not have this flexibility. At least you have to draw a border, let's say.
To draw a border.
Yeah.
So since we are, like, say, entering the new year, so happy new year for you, Darien.
Thank you, same to you.
So let's talk about the new year plans. So how actually, by myself, for example, how actually can I plan for the next year? For, let's say, it's like for 6 months or for 12 months.
Okay. As we have said, that you have to know where you are in order for you to draw this path, okay? So first of all, you have to sit with yourself and evaluate 2023. What are the things that you have faced? What are the challenges? What are the things that you have achieved? You have to be grateful for whatever have passed. And I always repeat that wherever things happen, even if they are negative, they have two sides. So even if we have, and we already have a lot of losses in 2023, it was a tough year. But as a matter of fact, you have to concentrate and check what is the good thing that I have learned within these. So first of all, I know where I am. Where am I? What are the things that I have already achieved? And when I want to plan, as I have previously told you, it has to be on different levels. For example, you have to put like the life wheel, where you go, for example, on spiritual level, I want to achieve this. On the materialistic level or the career, I have to achieve this. On the relationship, the same. And what you have to put is that when you put a goal for yourself, for you, because planning is very important for your self-esteem and your self-confidence. So if you plan something and you don't achieve, you will feel low. So it is very important that you put achievable goals. Yeah, for example, if your salary is only, for example, 1,000, you cannot say, I'm gonna buy a $500,000 KD house. You know, you will feel like later on, you will feel
depressed,
that you didn't do anything.
Disappointed.
Exactly, disappointed. Thank you. So you put achievable goals, and you put a way for yourself to review where are you at. And the most important thing is that put baby steps. To me, I always concentrate and tell all my clients, when you want to put a goal, try to put the reason behind this goal. For example, I want to work on my relationships. Why? I want to feel loved. Why? Because I want to feel happy. So I go like, okay, one of my goals is happiness. I want a house because I want to feel stable. Okay, another goal is stability. So within this plan, put some things that you do that makes you happy and makes you feel stable. So you keep yourself within this. So even if you did not achieve whatever you wanted materialistically, but on the emotional level, you are there. So you will feel like motivated, because you have to keep on motivating yourself. This is why I always emphasize, please be in the proper environment. This is very important.
It's very important to be motivating all the time and optimistic all the time.
And optimistic all the time, it's a bit risky, because sometimes you have to feel your true emotions. As I told you, you have to know where are you at. If I am depressed and I feel like, I'm optimistic, it will have like, you know.
To be more realistic, let's say.
Yeah.
So I've heard about the vision board. They say like put some stickers, some let's say photos that I want to buy this house after 10 years. I want to buy this car after 5 years. For example, some people actually they reach their goal because of this let's say vision board. Is it like the same as the written let's say goals?
I will tell you one thing. Vision boards and what do we say, positive affirmation, if you don't really feel them and you don't have the confidence in yourself that you're going to achieve, it will work on the opposite side. You will feel depressed. This is why I emphasize at the very first beginning, put it achievable for yourself. Because the most important thing is that you attract what you feel. It's not what you want. Because sometimes if you feel that I need this thing, so you feel that this thing is very big, it's bigger than you, so you will feel very little. You will be littling yourself. So it's a bit tricky. But vision boards, yes, definitely it works for a lot of people. But we have to understand something, that not everything works for everyone. You know,
Yes.
each one has, we are different, and each one of us have different way to approach whatever a goal or he wants to.
So let's say, like, let's have to reach what we want, what we feel actually, not
yes.
we want.
Yes, this is what you attract.
That's
Yes,
amazing. So I'm pretty sure there are some, let's say, criteria or foundation about the planning. So we would like to know more about that.
First of all, I told you, you have to be clear and you have to be honest with yourself. You have to know where I am at and where do I want to reach, and you have to be here. It's you and yourself. So no need to lie and no need to put any masks, you know?
Yes.
So first of all, I know exactly what I can be able to achieve easily with not more stress, because last time we talked about stress, we don't need this in our life. Second of all, I told you that you have to keep yourself motivated by rewarding yourself, by checking on yourself, do what makes you happy, do what makes you feel comfortable with yourself. And as we have said before, please, it's very important, your environment, always be with the people that supports you, the people that they want to see the best out of you. So it is very important. These are some of the things. And you have to put a plan where you can check on yourself where I am at. And the most important thing in planning, please, whatever you plan, keep a bit of space for flexibility, because not always your plan works the way that you want. As I have said, that there are some distractors. So it's very important that you keep a kind of flexibility for you to move back and forth. If something didn't happen the way I wanted, okay, what can I do to take the best out of it? What is the outcome that I have? For example, sometimes I put a plan, I didn't achieve the goal, but
Yes.
I learned a talent to make me achieve it later on. So please, very important for all the people that they plan and they write their plans, especially for materialistic things, please keep a space to move, a flexible space.
That's really,
Yeah.
let's say, great point about
Yeah.
that. Great advice. So do you think everyone or each one of us needs a life coach at the beginning?
As far as I am concerned, I am a life coach and I do have life coaches, because I believe, as I said, we are in a community, in a society, and we are here together because we need each other. So sometimes you have to have a proper advice for somebody who doesn't have a certain emotional attachment with you,
Yes.
so he can see a third point of view. And for you always, when you have a problem and your friend has a problem, you can solve it for him more than you. So always you need a third party that knows how the things go. So to me, I believe, yes, we do need. Myself, I have.
Yes, that's amazing. So you said we have to motivate ourselves all the time. We have to surround ourselves with the positive people that pull us up, not pull us down. So let's talk about the challenges now. Like during the planning, or after the planning, as you mentioned, we can actually, and it's really very possible to face some challenges actually while doing some planning, and we have to take the lesson from that, then we can achieve it later on. So let's talk about how can actually, let's say, move after facing some challenges and obstacles.
As we have said, the problem that we have, that we reach always, is the lack of resources. Because sometimes when you are at the problem, or when you want to achieve something and you are busy in this something, you lack resources. You will not be able to know where shall I get it. So yeah, these things, they happen. So the best important thing, as I told you from the very first beginning, human development is about being able to see possibilities and being able to see the good in what have happened. I always say we all face challenges and we all face emotions that we don't want to feel at the right moment. But as a matter of fact, you can know where are you at from your status. As I said, sometimes there are things, I have a plan and then I have a distractor. For example, today I was not supposed to come here. This was unplanned, fair enough. But the thing is that I always say, keeping the space for you to be able to
So let's say unplanned
unplanned
situations?
Yeah. But the most, just ask yourself, how can it be better than that? How can it be that good? How
Okay.
does this serve me? ask the proper question, because the question, it will move you from the status of being lost to the status of finding solutions. And the human development is about finding solutions in different possibilities, as we have said, because there's infinite possibilities.
Well, thank you, Darine, for clarifying about the planning, about how we motivate ourselves, how we actually trick ourselves to be, like, let's say, a better version by planning, by the human development. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much.
Big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, the life coach, Darine Jbara. Don't go away, dear viewers. Let's have this sanitary break and then we'll move on.
What we witnessed from His Highness, may Allah have mercy on his soul, and all position responsibility of his journey filled with offering, shall remain lessons that we all will learn from Sarah.
Well, today as a people and as a country, we are living in a new phase whose slogan is optimism and giving. A stage that requires a lot of balance, responsibility, and compliance with the directives of His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah. May Allah protect and bless him.
And today in our episode, today we spoke about different aspects. Today in the beginning of the episode, we're pleased to have with us Mr. Abdullah Bshara. He's one of, he was like the president of we call it the Arabian also Gulf, been for long, like you see, Sarah, he was working for the diplomacy for the decades, long time ago. And he was the president of the Gulf region, and he spoke today about the topics about the late Emir Sheikh Nawaf Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, may he rest in peace. And even he will talk about following the legacy of Sheikh our His Highness the Emir Sheikh Mish'al Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah. May Allah protect and bless him, to following the legacy for the standard for their own prosperity for Kuwait.
And also for our second guest, Darine Jbara, actually she taught us how actually we have to put some plans for our days, for our months, and for our years. And we have to surround ourselves with positive people that pull us up, not down. That was our episode for today, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. See you for next time and have a lovely day.
Goodbye.